Succession can get ugly. Business owners spend years building a company, but far too many leave the most important part until the very end: how that business will actually be transferred. Hi again. I'm Cindy David, president of Cindy David Financial Group. Passing a business to the next generation is not just a legal handoff. It is a tax decision, a family decision, a retirement decision, and often a timing decision, all rolled into one. The mistake many owners make is assuming they can figure out succession a year before stepping away. In reality, the best succession plans often start 3 to 5 years before the intended exit. That kind of lead time gives the family, the management team, and the professional advisors enough room to structure the transition properly, avoid unnecessary tax, and prepare the next owner to actually succeed. That early runway matters for another reason, too: readiness. A successor may be interested, but interest is not the same as capability. A child may want the business, but still needs time to develop leadership skills, operational knowledge, lender credibility, or the confidence of key employees and suppliers. A good succession plan does not just transfer ownership on paper. It builds the next generation into the role before the handoff becomes real. One of the most effective tools in that process is the estate freeze. An estate freeze allows the current owner to lock in today's value of the business while shifting future growth to the next generation. In simple terms, the owner says, "This is what the business is worth today, and any growth from this point forward can accrue to children or a family trust instead." That can be incredibly powerful because it helps cap the tax exposure on the current owner's estate while moving future upside into the hands of the next generation. But an estate freeze only works properly when the business has actually been valued and the share structure supports the plan. That is one reason succession planning and business valuation go hand in hand. Without a defensible value, it becomes much harder to know what is being frozen, what is being transferred, and whether the transition is fair to family members, future owners, and even siblings who may not be involved in the business. Another major piece of the puzzle is the lifetime capital gains exemption. For qualifying small business shares, this can allow a significant amount of value to be transferred or sold with little or no tax, but only if the business is structured properly and the shares qualify. But this is where many owners get tripped up. It is not enough to simply own shares in a corporation and assume the exemption will apply. The company needs to meet specific tests, and the planning often needs to happen well before the transaction. That is why valuation, purification, and share structure matter long before anyone signs a sale agreement. This is also where many families discover that keeping it in the family is not automatically the simplest route. Then there is the trap that catches many families by surprise: Section 84.1. This is one of those tax rules that can punish a transfer that looks perfectly reasonable on the surface. A parent may think selling shares to a child's corporation is a simple family transaction, only to discover that the tax treatment is very different from what would have happened in a sale to an arm's-length buyer. In other words, a poorly structured family transfer can trigger a much larger tax bill than expected. That is why informal planning is dangerous here. Good intentions do not protect against bad tax results. It also helps to remember that not every succession plan looks the same. Some owners want a family transfer. Some are better suited to a management buyout. And in some cases, a third-party sale is still the strongest option. A family transfer may preserve the legacy, but it requires the next generation to be willing, capable, and prepared. A management buyout can reward the people already helping run the company, but financing often takes time, and the transition may need to happen gradually. A third-party sale can sometimes deliver the cleanest financial result, but it may also mean less control over the company's future culture and direction. That is why succession is not just about who takes over. It is about what kind of exit the business can realistically support. It's also about fairness. In many families, one child may be active in the business, while another has built a life outside it. Without a clear plan, that difference can quickly create tension. If one child inherits the company, how will the other be treated? And how will expectations be managed? These are not just family questions. They are planning questions, and the earlier they are addressed, the easier they are to solve. However, there's one final safety net that many owners completely forget to discuss: the buy-sell agreement. If there are multiple owners, or if a future ownership transition depends on certain events, a buy-sell agreement can create clarity before emotions and uncertainty take over. When funded with life insurance, it can also create liquidity at exactly the moment it is needed most. Instead of forcing surviving family members or business partners to scramble for cash, the agreement provides a roadmap and the insurance provides the funding. That can make the difference between a smooth handoff and a very expensive mess. It also helps answer one of the most difficult real-world questions in succession planning. Where will the money actually come from? A next-generation owner may be the right person to take over, but still may not have the cash to buy out parents, siblings, or a deceased shareholder's estate. That is where structure matters. Good planning creates a transition that is not only tax smart, but financially workable. The bottom line is simple. Business succession planning is not something to bolt on at the end. It works best when it starts early, uses the right tax tools, and matches the reality of the family, the business, and the owner's retirement goals. A good succession plan does not just transfer shares. It protects value, preserves options, reduces family conflict, and gives the next generation a much better chance of success. And that is where business owners can stop chasing tax headlines and start building wealth with purpose. I hope you found this information helpful. If you want more smart planning ideas to help you both grow and keep more of your money, make sure to hit that subscribe button